Hello, my name is Tamara, and welcome to my back porch practice. Today, I would like to do a meditation that centers around rest, the idea that it's okay to rest. And this was inspired by my feeling I need rest, and I don't always feel like it's okay to rest. Maybe there's somebody somewhere that's suffering, so how should I rest? How can I rest knowing that that's happening? But really, we all need to rest, and we don't serve anybody if we're collapsed or exhausted, or if I run myself ragged. And so the idea with this meditation is to just give ourselves permission to rest, knowing that when we do this, it benefits not just ourselves, and it certainly does that. We're more likely to show up as our best selves, but also we benefit all of the people we come into contact with, and out, that ripples out and out. And I was also inspired by this quote by Chris Germer, who's well known for developing self-compassion practices. He said, "How do I know what actually works for me? It's when the heart rests, when the heart can rest. But the heart never rests in self-indulgence. The heart rests in reality. The heart actually rests in vulnerability. The heart sometimes rests in not knowing." And I think that's a really profound statement, which I could talk about and unpack for a long time. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pull out this piece of when we notice that our heart is resting. And maybe you've never noticed that, but when we notice that, that feels amazing. And so that's something that we can sometimes experience when we meditate. So that's what I'd like to try to see if we can touch, and not in a striving way, but see if we can touch today, just resting the heart, just allowing it to rest. So before I invite I'll do about a 20-minute meditation practice here. And before we start, I'd like to usually start with orienting, and you can do that if you like. But I'd also like to just start with a somatic practice of reaching out, and orienting somatic too, but reaching out, just wherever you are, reaching out into the space you're in, reaching out. You can stretch the hitchhiker pose, you can stretch your arms up, whatever feels good to you right now. But just reaching out, and you might be now feeling like you're gathering. But what I want to do is just allow the hands to float gently down onto the lap or wherever they're heading. Just letting them go down at their own slow pace, and feeling into that, what it feels like to begin to shift from whatever you've been doing to hands floating down onto lap. So already we're beginning to make that shift into resting. So letting the hands rest on the lap or wherever they're comfortable resting. And I'll go ahead and invite the opening bells. And then just taking some moments to bring your awareness more fully into your body. Maybe making movements that need to be made. so that you can find a posture where you can sit and feel light, relaxed, happy, free, and maybe restful. So feeling into that posture. And rest can also have some energy, but it's a soft energy. So maybe starting to feel into what your energy feels like right now. Feeling into the body. And you can have your eyes open in a soft gaze or closed if that is what you're feeling like you need right now. And you can always shift this. So just tuning in to the body, to the gaze. Does it need a soft focus? Does it need a little more quiet with the closed eyes? Which feels more restful to you right now? And tuning into the body, noticing any places that might feel tight or unrestful. And just inviting them to soften, not setting up a struggle. Just inviting them to rest, soften, ease. Maybe feeling your feet on the floor, your sits bones on the chair or the cushion. And then just inviting yourself to rest into these surfaces, melting the tension into these surfaces. Letting your body know it's okay right now to just soften and rest. Nothing to do here physically. And we might begin to check in with the state of our mind. What is it feeling like? What's the energy like there? And letting it know it's okay to let go of our worries, our concerns, our plans, our duties. For right now, we've taken this time, these next few minutes, to just let go of those plans, worries, duties. And you might even visualize yourself setting those down next to you. Could be in the form of a to-do list. Maybe you've got a pile of things. Whatever it is that you might see as all of those things that you feel like you need to be doing right now. Give yourself permission to set them down. Not forever. Let them know you'll pick them up again later. But for right now, it's okay to just rest. And they can just rest. Let them know. It's okay for you to rest right now for a little while. So setting them down, not needing to get anything done right now. Giving those things permission to rest. Giving ourselves permission to rest. And in this way, we're starting to make friends with those worries, duties, concerns. And whenever they come up during meditation, we can just thank them, knowing that they're trying to help us, they're trying to protect us. So thanking them, and then very gently softening, and then placing them back down, reminding them, it's okay. I know you're there, and you'll still be there at the end of this meditation. But for now, it's okay to rest. So gently setting them back down again. Because everyone could use some rest. Imagine if we all got the rest we needed. You might imagine yourself getting the rest you need right now. What might that feel like? So what might that feel like in the body? What might that feel like if there were an image of rest that would really help you to tap into rest? What might that look like for you? Maybe there's a word that works for you. It really helps you to feel rested. Maybe it's calm or calming or peace or peaceful. So really taking this question to heart, into your rested, restful heart. What does rest feel like for me? What does it look like? What does it sound like? Where do I feel it in my body? Just inviting that in. And this relaxed, restful awareness is supported by a relaxed, restful body. So you might take some slow, easy breaths, just noticing what it feels like as the breath enters and exits the body in this very easeful, restful way. Where do you feel the breath in the body? Where does it feel most easeful to you right now? Very soft. Your attention might float there with the breath. Wherever it feels most restful in the body right now, just allowing your attention to float very gently. And it might arise like you're floating on water with the inhale, and it might relax and go down and release like you're letting go and floating on water with a wave as it goes down. Just letting the mind be soft. And coming back to your breathing or to the visualization, to your word or a sound or a feeling that feels very restful. And just letting your awareness float there. Gentle waves floating as the waves lift you and lower you. As your awareness expands and contracts, just floating here, resting. Not struggling with anything that might come up, just welcoming it in this restful, open, relaxed awareness. continuing to give yourself permission to rest. It's okay. It's okay to rest. It's okay for the body to rest. It's okay for the mind to rest. It's okay for the emotions to rest, to feel very easeful. Just noticing what rest might feel like in the body, in the mind. Just savoring any feelings of restfulness that you may be experiencing now. Might be very subtle. Just noticing what's here. And as we come to the end of this sitting meditation, noticing if there are any ways you feel more settled, calmer maybe, restful. Maybe there's just a feeling of a little more stability. Maybe your energy has shifted a little. And just taking that in as nourishment, because that's what this is, nourishment. A way to nourish ourselves, mind, body, spirit. And the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh tells us, in our daily lives, we may get lost in our thinking, in our worries, in our various projects. To sit is to restore ourselves, to become fully present and fully alive in the here and the now. We offer this quality of true presence, this quality of being to ourselves, to each other, and to the world. So just feel yourself offering this nourishment out to yourself, to each other, and to the world. Thank you all for your practice. And as you make the transition from this formal seated meditation, see if you can't bring along with you some of those feelings of a rested heart out into the rest of your day, into the rest of your life. Thank you again. And if you would like to be notified when I post a new meditation, just subscribe, and I believe they will notify you. And thanks again for your meditating with me.